Hi everybody, this is Paul Mueller coming to you live from South St. Petersburg right now with some breaking news. I'm here at the intersection of 10th Avenue South and 12th Street South. Let me go ahead and figure out how to change so you can see not me but the scene that's going on here. Here we go. This is the scene right here. Again, I told you it's 10th Avenue South and 12th Street South, and I want you to take a good look at that house right there. Police say just before 2 o'clock this afternoon, a 23-year-old man and a 3-year-old girl, along with several other people, were sitting on the porch of that house. They were just sitting there. A car comes by, flying down the road, shots coming out of that car. The 23-year-old, as well as that poor little 3-year-old girl, sitting on the porch right there, both of them are hit. The good news out of all this is that both the 23-year-old and the 3-year-old are going to be okay. They've been transported to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. There you can see this is a very active scene right now. Again, this happening at around 1:52. That's the official time, according to police. 1:52 this afternoon. The investigation right now, of course, in full swing. Of course, not just your typical investigation, especially when we're talking about a 3-year-old girl being shot in what's being called right now a drive-by shooting. You can see that there are dozens of St. Pete police cruisers here. Investigators are here on the scene, and there are some tensions that are running high. I don't know if you might be able to hear some of the language. I do apologize for some of that language if you do hear it. But you can see, again, a very active scene here. And over here, those are family members of this poor 3-year-old girl. They are here. They've come up to me asking me how they are doing right, how the 3-year-old girl is doing right now. And they are telling me that they are just in disbelief, that they cannot believe that someone go ahead and drive by, senselessly they call it, and hit a 3-year-old girl. Again, this section of 12th Street South and 10th Avenue South is now cordoned off by police. You can see they have a big presence right here. 2 officers right there, you might be able to see right in the middle of your screen, are standing guard right in front of that house. Down this way, you can see they've set up the perimeter down there as well. To the back of the house, no doubt right now, they've cordoned this scene off because they need to find evidence. Typically, in a situation like this, any kind of shell casings, so they can match that up to any kind of bullet that was, or any kind of gun, pardon me, that was used in the scene. Again, there are a lot of bystanders out here right now. There are a lot of potential witnesses who could know or could have seen what happened this afternoon. Again, you have some family members right there who were sitting there expressing their outrage to me earlier this afternoon when I broke the news to them to tell them that their 3-year-old family member, their 3-year-old little girl, was shot today in a drive-by shooting here at 1:52 in the afternoon. Again, police have this area blocked off. It's going to be quite some time, I imagine, from my experience in a situation like this, especially when a 3-year-old is involved, that again, they're going to have this blocked off for quite some time. The search, no doubt, is on right now for whoever was in that car. You see the detectives there. The search is on right now for whoever was in that car who drove by and just shot right onto the porch of that house. What would be the motive in a case like this? Why would someone want to do this? Were they specifically targeting anyone on that porch? Again, there were several people, police say, on that porch at the time of the shooting. The question is, were they targeting that 23-year-old man? Neighbors say, or family members, pardon me, say, obviously they were not targeting that 3-year-old girl. And to them, they're telling me that that poor girl was just caught in the crossfire. Again, to recap, as a lot of people are now getting on board and watching this live through our Facebook stream right now, we're here at the intersection of 10th Avenue South and 12th Street South. That house right there, just before 2 this afternoon, several people sitting on the porch, including a 23-year-old man and a 3-year-old girl. A car comes speeding down the road. All of a sudden, shots ring out, fired onto that porch. The two people, the 23-year-old and the 3-year-old girl, are shot in this shooting. The good news, again, if there is any good news to report out of this, is that both of them are going to be okay. They have non-life-threatening injuries. Now, I want to go up to one of the relatives. One of the relatives. Pardon me for the language. Pardon me for the language. If you do hear someone curse, but obviously this is going on live right now, and you can never know what's going on. Ma'am?
No, ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed but their uniforms and the color of these cars. Ain't nothing changed with the police walking the beat, getting to know people. Ain't nothing changed with the police chief.
Ma'am, what are your thoughts right now? This poor little 3-year-old girl who was shot. You're on WFLA streaming live right now, ma'am. This poor little 3-year-old girl who was shot. What can you say? What do you say about a 3-year-old girl? This poor Yes, ma'am. What do you say?
I think our police chief is a bunch of crap, like I just told her. All I'm looking at me, and I don't care about them hearing me. They don't do nothing. They come in the community, treat us like we crap. When anything happens, they wonder why people don't talk to them. The police chief need to get his act together. He need to get out here and get on the grind with the other people. Not just sit in that office. Come out here and see how your officers treat people. Come out here and see what your officers do. Your officers put on lights and run through red lights for what? They don't go nowhere. You see them down the street. They ain't got no lights on going and no calls. They do what they want to do. You got a couple of them on Facebook sleeping in their cars.
Ma'am, I believe that chief could be on the way, but tell me your feelings and thoughts.
That chief should have been here.
But tell me your feelings and thoughts right now. A 3-year-old. A 3-year-old girl. Just tell me. Speak from your heart. Speak from your heart.
It's pitiful that a baby got shot. It's really sad. It don't make no sense.
What do you want done? What should be done to that person who's shot?
I ain't tried to.
Okay. So there are relatives here from the family who are obviously upset. With what has happened here today. Obviously, tensions are a little high because of the situation. The relative, that's the niece's niece, I believe, of that little girl, a family member indeed, as she expressed to me before. She's very frustrated with the St. Petersburg Police Department, but you might imagine, if you put yourself in her shoes for a moment, you might be very frustrated as well if one of your family members is shot, especially if that family member is a 3-year-old girl. Again, you have a lot of witnesses here. You have potential witnesses. You have a lot of people here. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see up on that porch right there, what looks like to be, it is a child's toy, one of those Barbie possibly 4-wheelers that might belong to that 3-year-old girl. Really puts this into perspective, and you can see that there are plenty of St. Pete police officers right there working in front of the house here on 10th Avenue South. And you can also see, hopefully, sorry the zoom feature is not very good with Facebook Live, you can see that there are officers down there as well over on 12th Street South. And if you can see this, and the sun is blinding me, so I'm hoping that you can see, all the way down there, at least 2 blocks of this street is now cordoned off. So if there are plans, if you have any plans to drive in this area, 12th Street South and 10th Avenue South, that area is closed right now. Again, just to recap on the breaking news, you see right here, the scene is quite active, to say the least. St. Pete Police know they have one big job on their hands right now. This is a story which is going to captivate our area right now for quite some time. The big question, why would someone or some people drive by and shoot right onto that porch where several people were sitting this afternoon at 2 this afternoon, and a 23-year-old and a 3-year-old girl were shot? Again, the good news, non-life-threatening injuries. Everyone is going to be okay. We're also trying to find out right now, were the two related? Was this a targeted attack, this drive-by shooting? There are a lot of questions that need to be answered right now, including motive. Why would someone want to do this? The thing is, right now, it is very, very early in the investigation. There are police officers here and detectives, no doubt dusting for prints, looking for shell casings. We don't know how many shots were fired this afternoon, but again, this is a scene here in South St. Petersburg where a poor little 3-year-old girl was shot this afternoon with not. And again, we're going to flip the camera. This is Paul Mueller from News Channel 8. I want to thank you for joining us on our WFLA feed right now. We're going to have full details coming up for you tonight on our newscast, hopefully starting at 4 this afternoon. We hope to see you then, and of course, if there are more updates to this case, which of course there will be during the afternoon and into the early evening hours and through the night possibly, we will bring them to you. But for now, reporting live, I'm Paul Mueller for News Channel 8.